Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet. And this is, I believe, our MLB draft special here in the Kansas City Royals franchise for the Royals Court Insider. And today, yes, we got the draft coming up, the first year draft for players from high school and college, entering a chance to play some Major League Baseball here. Play with our minor league ball clubs. As you see our current standings right now. Of course, in the next episode, you guys will see, I believe it's the Kansas City Royals versus the Rangers. I think it's game 1 of that series. You guys will see here pretty soon. Or actually, no, it's maybe game 3. Never mind. But we'll go ahead, and get to the first year draft here. There you see, we got, I believe, we're towards the end of the first round. I can't remember exactly how many rounds there are. Oh, they say 10, but I think depending on some draft picks and all that kind of stuff, it might be shorter than that. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. Now, there's the red there. Those are the areas we're thin in. So catcher, closer, shortstop, and right field, and that's something that I'm kind of focusing on here in this draft. But then also, you got some other areas that we could really strengthen and really hold on to, excuse me, as trade bait to other teams that need something. Maybe they have something that we want, or somebody that we think we could have our team utilize. And so, we don't necessarily have to draft in those areas, but those are some areas that I do want to draft in. I know for a fact that the catchers here this year, for some reason, you guys will see here in a bit, there's a lot of teams that are looking for catchers. So that's some areas we're going to try to look into when we get into, when it comes to drafting some of these players here. So there's the 20/80 scale there. You see that they implemented this year's game, the actual real life scale that they use there to draft players. But there you see some of the players that we drafted. We drafted one player there. Then we got a compulsory round. Here we get a pick in there. We'll go ahead and check that player out. Now we're going to go ahead and I'll show you guys a full list here of the players who we're going to sign. But these are just some of the players that we're just kind of looking at for right now. Excuse me. And then I'll show you guys the actual real signings that we had here. But yeah, those, like I said, those are some of the areas that we really want to focus on: shortstop, catcher. Salvy's not gonna be around forever, so we gotta have somebody to work ourselves up to that point where we can have a guy like a Salvy, a Perez for us in the next couple of years. Royals go ahead and go in the second round here to get the 28th pick, and we'll see how that's gonna fare here as we go ahead and take a look here and see exactly who's left on the board. Like I said, there's a lot of players, a lot of teams were looking for a lot of things like I was looking for, catchers, shortstop. And, of course, shortstop's always one of those positions that everybody wants to look for. That's like, hot corner there. You need a guy that's very alert, very, probably, on his tips of his toes when the ball gets hit towards him. And it just has good reaction speed there, along just like the catcher does. Good reaction time where you throw the runner out from second. So I should have expected that, but really anything. I thought there was going to be a lot more players there we can look at this year. Of course, we can't draft everybody, or we can't recruit. We can't. Scout everybody in the game. So there are going to be some guys that we're going to have to just take a chance on, and we read upon their stats and stuff like that. We just have to take a chance on them and see where we can go from there. But we'll show you some of those guys here in just a bit. That we're almost done with the draft here, and of course we're in the 7th round now, and we'll see the full guy. So we're done with it. We don't have to draft any more guys. We'll take a look here at some of the players that we've drafted. There's the players we've drafted there. David there. He's a closer, one of the best closers there on the board. He's got B potential. And a lot of insiders say that he could actually be called up here as early as this towards the end of this season to pitch for us. That's how good they feel like he is for our organization. So we'll definitely take a look at that. Now there's another one, or you see Davis numbers there again. B potential, I like that. I don't know if we're going to bring him up that soon, as a lot of people are saying, but for the most part, his character issue is good. We haven't heard too much bad things about him, so we could have him in AA here and maybe have him there for about a month, depending on how well he does. If he does really well and goes beyond what we expect him to do, then he definitely will be brought up to AAA as soon as possible. So that is something that we're definitely looking into, and definitely could do something for him and his career to move him up as close as we can. Because right now, our closing situation, we don't have a big issue. We got Greg Holland there, and Greg's been doing really well. Of course, he hasn't had too many opportunities to go out and pitch too much because of our bullpen alone, just doing a great job there, and not to mention our rotation, which by all means, I think we have the best rotation right now in baseball. But we'll see how that goes on here. Roland Olivar is another guy. He's a shortstop. He is being praised by so many people during the draft. There was quite a few names out there. There was other plays that we wanted, but this is one guy that had a really great character issue. He, just very positive, very quick, and very, very high Q of baseball intelligence. So we decided to go ahead and draft him. He is 5'5", so he's a short guy there, but he could be the next Altuve. He could be the next guy like that. So you never know. Jackson Adams is another guy that we heard about. He's a lefty, and so of course that's something we're looking at too. Is looking at guys that have left-handed hitting, left-handed batters, stuff like that. But he's got a beep potential. 49 overall, and again, he's another guy that could just be our missing piece maybe for our outfield, because we don't really have a steady right fielder right now that I feel comfortable with. Yeah, I know. Personally, I think Morse is good and everything, but there's still some question marks I have on him and whatnot. Great bat. I definitely would keep his bat, but when it comes to fielding, not the greatest. So that's something that maybe Jack Adams here can do. Pretty good bat there for him. Move on to third base. I decided to go ahead and go to third baseman. Maybe we can convert him to a second baseman later on. But he has abilities. He has secondary positions like in the center field and right field. So he'll be a good right fielder. Jim Best. Talking to him, actually just got a chance to talk to his parents during the draft when we called him and told him that he was being selected. His mother is actually a native of Missouri, so so she was very happy to see him play in the home state that she grew up in, talked to his parents too. They believe that that this is a good fit for him, and they can't wait to see him play for the Royals organization. But again, another great guy. B potential, has high ratings there, or some pretty decent good ratings there for him to start off, and we'll see him in the minor leagues. Brig Lozamo, there you see his numbers there, 54 overall right now, but B potential, they say somewhere in the possibilities of overall, maybe in the 80s, lower 80s there. But again, a bright future here for our starting pitching, because we do need that. We do want to start, get our homegrown starter pitchers here. We've had success so far with Butler and Shipley. We want to kind of continue that trend here and continue that So we're going to try to see if we can get him in the AA affiliate there, and see what we can do there with him with the Naturals there in Arkansas. But there you see his pitches there: 4-seam, changeup, 12-6 curveball, and of course these 2-seam fastball there. So Enrique Bentes, there you see him, a C overall, or a C potential, 41 overall. Another good guy. We talked to a lot of people saying he had some pretty good positive things with him. They're just really concerned about his speed and his timing when it comes to pitching and stuff. And something that we'll just have to work with him on. He'll be probably playing in AA for a while there for us if we do sign him, because you have to remember too, we don't have to necessarily sign these guys, and we can give them opportunities to other places, other teams that have been scouting them. They can take those opportunities and provide them to them. So we won't necessarily have to sign, but I think for the most part we'll sign pretty much all our guys there. And we'll take a look here as another pitcher there, another pitcher that we're going to try to work with here, Andrus. There you see his numbers so far for his career here: 4-seam, slider, sinker, and a changer. So a good combination of pitches there. I like 48 overall. But again, I won't see him in the major leagues for quite some time before he's 19 years of age. So a lot of these guys, again, we won't see here. I think Jim Best and I can't think of the guy earlier we talked about. Those are probably the two guys we'll probably end up seeing move up to the major leagues. But for the most part, everybody else is going to probably be either in AA or we might have a couple guys in AAA. But for right now, that's what our game plan is. And until we sign these guys and see where we can put them at and whatnot, we'll see how that goes. So I think overall, our draft, we did pretty well for this draft here coming up. We got some players that we could possibly use as, again, like for trade bait. There's maybe a player that another team wants to develop and see what they can do with him, and if we can get a good exchange for something that can help us out later on, then we'll do that. But for right now, I think we're all good. I think our draft overall, I think we did, like I said, we did great. I wouldn't know what kind of great. I think I would give us a C, or C plus, maybe a B minus. I think we did pretty well there with those. With the first couple of picks there, but for the most part, I think we're pretty confident. Now take a look here. We're just kind of just showing you guys some of the games that we bypassed here. We had a series against Cleveland there, and I think that was a tough series for us. I think we ended up losing, or I think we ended up splitting the series. No, we ended up winning the series. I think 2-1. So we did well in that. We actually went against. If you guys seen the last episode Inside the Game here on the channel, we played against our former ace, that being Shields, and we did a number on him, so we're happy about that. There's the Rangers game that we had, and there you see the Rangers 4-1. I think that was game number 1 against them, and I think we came back and won game number 2. You'll see here in just a bit of those stats there. Yeah, we came back and won that one 7-4. And so in the next episode, you guys actually will see here, next edited episode, you'll see the Rangers and Royals play in game 3. It'll be, I believe it's King Felix going against Cole Hamels. So that'll be a really good matchup there between those two teams, and you guys will see that here pretty soon here on the channel. So, but I think for the most part, like I said, for the draft, I think we did pretty well. We didn't get the exact positions that we wanted, but again, we always have free agency. We got trades coming, trade deadlines coming up here soon. We could possibly look for something like that for us. for a future. You know, we still got plenty of time. There's still plenty of baseball left. We're in a good position right now in the American League Central that we don't have to worry too much. Like I said, there's our standings right now as we go into to this month. But yeah, I think we're pretty good. Our future's looking pretty bright here, and hopefully, over the off season, maybe we could find some catchers that we can develop and bring up within our organization, or maybe within trades we can find some guys there to help us out. So, but yeah, in the next episode it will be King Felix going against Cole Hamels in that game there, game 3, that final game there against them before the Royals go on there. Looks like a 6, 7, 8 game road trip there coming up there for them. So we'll see that game here coming up here soon here on ESGNet. All right, so that is it for the Royals Court Insider MLB Draft Special. Hopefully, like I said, I feel pretty confident for our draft picks this year, and we're going to sign these guys and see what they can do here in the minors. So that'll be something we're really looking forward to. But that, like I said, that'll be it for us. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Royals franchise here on ESGNet. Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr for the latest news in sports gaming and sports in the world and what's going on in the world of video games or sports video games here on the channel. So, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, keep yourselves together healthy, and I will see you guys next time.